All right, closing in on 31 days of gratitude. And if you're just kind of joining in, the goal was every day for 31 days. Whenever you start, doesn't matter. If you're joining in late, today's day 30. If you're joining in late to start today, go for 31 days. But a couple little goals, write it down, piece of paper, any piece of paper, could be a journal, could be a Post-it note. Goal two, I think it's important. You don't have to say it to anybody, just say it out loud to yourself. Physical act, writing down, say it out loud to yourself. I think you get some different feelings from that than just keeping it in your head. So that's the goal. Today's day 30. It's a cool exercise that was, I see it pop up a lot in various mind space discussions, things like that, mindset discussions. In the mindset discussion space, that's what I was trying to say. This was something passed down to me from my mom when I was much younger, well over half my age, which is kind of crazy to think about. And at the time when I first started it, like everything when you're that age, I hate it. And I've repeated it a couple times throughout my life and really enjoy it. So 31 days, write down something you're grateful for. Could be big, could be small, doesn't matter. It matters in the sense that it matters to you. But you don't have to do like a soul-searching gratitude exercise every day. Just put something on paper, what's on your mind. Today was a cool one for me, and it didn't really hit me toward the end of the day, but went to a little group dinner for one of our members' 50th birthday, which was really nice. We got invited out to that. A lot of people there from the gym. Just really grateful for, and I shared this one before, but clearly it's important. Really grateful for not so much the community of the gym, absolutely grateful for that, for sure. But grateful for just the insights that the community members there, the members of the gym, the friends I've gained there, the insights that they share of their lives. And, I've talked about this before. I think it'll be a bummer to leave this planet and not have experienced as much as, you possibly could have, and there is to experience. And one of the best ways I think to do that is to listen to others. Just truly listen to others. No need for response. Maybe no need to even try and continue the conversation. Just take it in. Hearing about, new children being born, raising 2 kids for the first time, sending kids off to college, starting new jobs, even just simple things, how they've navigated the week of lack of sleep, hard workouts, stress, big life events, really cool life events, going to the Super Bowl. It's just so interesting. All the different variety of experiences out there. And even 2 people who have experienced the same thing, but obviously they experienced it independently, hearing their view of it. I'm so grateful for whatever that is. I don't know exactly what it is. Being able to access perspective, I guess, and especially of this group, very kind group of people. Don't know how I found my way among them. Just lucky, I guess. But I was very grateful for that today. It was a really nice end to the day. Had a productive day. Beautiful, beautiful weather. Insane pink red sunrise. Nature just giving up all of its best stuff. So it was hard not to just roll into an awesome day. Got a ton of stuff done. Tested out a really cool workout, which was fun. And then I think we got a little holiday tomorrow, so we'll get back to some busy stuff. Get caught up on some personal work, and I'm excited for that. As far as other little things on my mind, I'm really stuck on the maybe it's because I have 12-year-old humor, but I'm really stuck on that concept we talked about the other day of when you're complaining about somebody, venting about somebody, gossiping about somebody. I think I could even add onto that list. It's the emotional, psychological, intellectual equivalent of breaking wind, just farting. Because I think it, like I said, once in a while you got to let it out. You need to vent, I think, once in a while. It's a good exercise, but I think what matters is how often you do it, who you do it to, the collective group, is everybody else doing it too. And like I said, when I thought about it being something that is also affected by what you consume, if you're doing that thing all the time, what are you putting in your mind and your body and your emotional state? What are those things you're consuming? It doesn't always have to be external. Like, what are you telling yourself consistently? Blaming others, pointing the finger externally, just being generally negative. There's that is going to be cyclical. If you're going to digest a lot of that, it's going to come back out the same way, even worse. And it was good because I think we all need that reset once in a while, and you have your quick little vent sesh, and then you just move on. Go back to doing good work, being productive. And on the note of being productive, today I was just thinking about the importance of the little things and small gestures for people. And what would seem small, and I guess by small, I mean like things you just could execute, diurnally, just on a daily basis. It could be something like high fives in the gym. It could be something like holding a door consistently when you're going in and out of a store. Though some people I feel like just get grouchy at that. It could be, I don't know, picking up a piece of trash, leaving something you use frequently at work slightly better than you found it, putting things back, that kind of thing, cleaning things up. Could be helping somebody carry something out to a vehicle. Recently, I took a friend's bike out for a spin, wanted to take dogs for a spin. Tires were a little low on air. Didn't think it was that bad. Got on it, pushed, tubeless tire, took a corner a little hard, pushed the rest of the air out of the tire. It got like 30 feet down the road. Okay. Threw the bike on my back, so I wanted to finish the walk with the dog. Carried the bike. Dog looked at me like I was insane. And then took it home and just tuned it up a little bit. Obviously, had to leave it better than I found it, because at the time that I found it and used it, I certainly had not left it better. And this is not to put any halo over my head, because what's really important was the interaction and the reminder for me. And I think it's a good reminder for anyone to hear. And I can imagine, listening to this and thinking, oh, yeah, I remember this point of my day when I did this for this person. And, that's right, those small things do matter. Or maybe you were the recipient of something like that. And I think the small things matter because they can be something that is so consistent, so regular. Some of the really big gestures we do, gestures of kindness, act of service, gift giving, that kind of stuff. Some of those really big gestures, hard to make them really sustainable. We can make them predictable. Maybe every year on a birthday, you're sending somebody a card. I'm always super grateful for the people who send Christmas cards to us. I know it seems so silly, but a couple of people that used to work with a lot now work with, very sparingly. Maybe haven't seen them in a year. Send in a Christmas card. It's just very, very kind gesture. We put string on them, hang them on the Christmas tree, and it's a nice way to brighten up our house because, Christmas cards are never like, well, we had a shitty year. Hope yours sucks too. They're just really nice, full of joy, happy family pictures. So, just those, that's a gesture that can be predictable, but it's not every day. But anyway, fixed the bike up, brought it back, and the person was just sent a really nice note back to me. It was just kind. It was a great, grateful note. And like I said, it's not about me having a halo. It's about, you thinking about me thinking about this idea of the small gestures can be impactful. Just be consistent with them. Don't need to be over the top with them. Don't need to drain yourself with them. Don't need to draw a lot of attention to them. But I think just doing them can be really good. And the other thing is they don't always have to be on the top of your mind. That's the other thing too is, they can happen maybe not for the same person, but a lot of different people on a consistent basis. But, and maybe that's the way we get there is just by thinking about what are a couple little things I could do today to leave today better than when I found it. Because I think a lot of times I find the day and I just run through it and I definitely consume more than I contribute, which is, necessary once in a while. You got to refill the tanks. But I just thought that was really nice. It was a feel good for me because it was the note, the grateful note was unexpected by any means. It was totally unexpected, but very welcomed. So that's the lesson, maybe not even a lesson, that's a thought for today. Excited to see what tomorrow's gratitude brings, day 31 of our gratitude exercise. Excited to see how and what everyone thinks, what you think of the next little daily thought experiment. So rock on and more tomorrow.